You're listening to Boomer and the Beard, the pulse of Americana, with your beautiful bearded host, Zach Walker, Alabama's best no-holds-barred, constitutionally conservative, Christ-centered talk radio. If that don't fire you up, then your wood's wet. Now, it's time for your bearded host, Zach Walker.
Welcome in to Boomer and the Beard. I am Zach Walker, your big, bold, beautiful, bearded host, and we're so thankful that you join us here each and every morning on your favorite, the best, the smartest show in morning radio. We have got all kinds of stuff to talk about today. We've got the Hall of Fame, the Baseball Hall of Fame. The steroid scandal is still running strong, and apparently Barry Bonds and Roger Clemens have no shot. Senator, I did not take steroids. Senator, I did not take steroids. I just got bigger, faster, and stronger the older that I got. It's sad to... Hayden knows what that was. He knows that's Cat Williams. He knows that's Cat Williams.
Yeah, I hear that.
Shh. Hayden, strike one. You have to wait till I introduce you. And there's an order to this thing, Hayden. It's like it's your fourth day or something. Good gracious. So no, we got to get everybody in here, get them on the field, get the team up and running this morning. And man, I got some fresh. I think I'm loved more than you, Boomer, and you can't respond to this, so that's why I'm doing it before I introduce you. But I think I'm loved more than you at Shell, because yesterday, which you didn't eat there yesterday, is my understanding, they made everything with fried eggs, real fried eggs, because they ran out of the egg patties. And then she said, if you like that better, sweetheart, I'll just make sure I keep you a real fried egg every morning. And I said, sweetie, you can fry my egg. And she did. And so this morning I had a fresh fried egg on my bacon, fresh fried egg and cheese breakfast sandwich. So while you were eating your processed fake egg patty, I was letting her fry my eggs. So let's get Boomer in here so he can comment on that. The best exported product from Shelbyville, Kentucky, since Colonel Sanders still watches VHS tape at home with the family, trying to impress his wife with the Freak Daddy mixtapes from the late 80s and early 90s. He's actually old enough to know what it means to shake it like a Polaroid picture. The godfather of old souls. The one, the only, the man, the myth, the legend, Boomer.
Good morning. So you're the...
Yes! I nailed the drum roll!
So you're in the Hall of Fame of Shell, is what you're saying?
It sounds like it.
Yeah.
Don't call me Roger Clemens.
This morning they said they had a guy that came in and bought 254 cartons of cigarettes. Was that you? So they hit me with, that was my...
I'm sorry, my headphones were out. What did you say?
They said there was a guy that came in there this morning that bought 254 cartons of
Do
cigarettes.
I look like a man that smokes?
I don't know. Maybe you're like, it's an investment. Maybe you're not smoking, but you're buying it to like sell, like eBay or something. Oh, you're an entrepreneur. You may be like, okay, I want to... Did that and bought some GameSpot stock.
GameStop.
Yes, GameStop stock. That's kind of hard to say.
GameStop stock. GameStop stock. GameStop stock. GameStop stock. GameStop stock.
See, can't say it. It's tough.
I did it 5 times fast.
You messed up
the second time.
No, I didn't. GameStop stock. GameStop stock. GameStop stock. GameStop stock. Thank you. Thank you.
You got it right that time, but you messed up the first time.
I messed it up once out of 8 times, okay? I don't even want to hear it.
No.
So you didn't tell her to shh. You're already failing. I think it's a good idea if you buy the cartons of cigarettes, something like that.
As an investment.
Yeah. Could be. Somebody in Athens is. They got a inside.
Maybe they just smoke a lot. Dude.
Did they really buy that many?
That's what she said. She
That's
said
crazy.
actually she said the person was out of state. So I don't know if maybe
it's cheaper in Alabama.
Cigarettes in Tennessee are like over the top. I don't know.
Wow.
I'm sure there's a couple people smoking. Remember they called in that one time when I started razzing on smoking, so maybe somebody can call in and give us some insight on
Yeah.
Is it packs of cigarettes more expensive in Tennessee than Bama?
Yeah, I don't know. Smoking is a poor habit. I used to do it, so.
It's one thing I never did. Here's my thing. I don't drink coffee. That's what I told the lady this morning. I was like, I don't drink coffee because I've seen so many people that are just angry people that don't get their coffee, and I don't want to be that. Like, I don't want anything to ever control me that I have to do something. That's not good to me. It's America. Freedom.
For now. Sandee Lou, how are you this morning?
I'm good. I'm here.
You can speak now.
Thanks.
You're welcome. New wig today?
Yes.
Which wig is this? Is this our spunky wig?
This is my I'm not feeling any other wig kind of day.
I'm not feeling any. So is this your like go-to?
Yeah.
Is this your okay? So
Yeah.
this is
my
the
go-to.
gold standard here. This is just the normal wig. Okay.
Yeah.
This is what we call wig numero uno, right?
What
here.
would be the product name of that wig? Don't they have like a?
It has a name.
Yeah.
Its name is December.
Do you remember?
21st night, December. I think that's supposed to say September.
September, I know, but
Yeah.
December
it
sounds
still
better.
rhymes.
But it works. Yeah,
Rhymes.
exactly.
It's one of the embers.
Oh man, I woke up. My allergies are like,
Your toboggan. What's the name of your toboggan?
oh,
Carhartt.
Tuesday.
green beanie.
Wednesday.
I don't know what y'all got. It's is it Monday or something?
It's
Is that what-
Wednesday. Just
it's
early.
Wednesday.
Hump
That's one of
day.
those ends days. Embers, ends days.
There's two Wednesdays.
It's one of those words that ends in D-A-Y.
Actually, IE in Alabama.
Yeah,
Friday.
Friday. Producer Connor, how are you this morning, buddy?
I'm doing all right. Have you ever thought about how
Nope.
the ember months, like sept, oct, nov, dec, like oct? Think of all the words beginning with oct, like octagon and octogenarian, octopus.
Octogenarian? What?
Somebody who's 80 years old, or in their 8th decade of life.
Dropping some knowledge coming in hot.
I know. I'm like, what?
I'd like to hit the pause
And
button
dec,
for a moment.
Dec, think like decade, decathlon, all
Grill
10
on my deck.
numbers.
Yeah.
So sept, oct, nov, dec, 7, 8, 9, 10. So why do we slot them in 9, 10, 11, and 12?
See, the things that make you go,
The things that make you say, why in the world did I even think about that?
Hey, that's
We're
pretty.
talking about
That's
it.
pretty impressive.
Yeah, that is impressive.
No, it's impressive that I just don't think I have anything of value to add to that conversation.
What would be the 11 and 12? I would guess that maybe there's what's the next?
I think
That'd be December.
No, but he
No.
said December would be 10.
Oh.
Right?
yeah,
Dose.
dodeca, I think, is the prefix for 12.
Wow.
I'm not sure for 11.
Dodecember.
Dodecember. I can't wait until Dodecember to celebrate Christmas.
Yeah.
Dodecember.
Do you have to say Christmas because you said Dodecember?
Yeah, it's got to rhyme.
Yeah?
Christmas?
Yeah, I
was
do.
wondering.
Got to flow.
Hey, don't forget, I actually have a mute button over here, okay?
I know. I can still yell really loud, though.
Yeah, you can. You sure can. You've proven that.
Yep.
We are Hayden. How are you this morning, buddy? I was a little concerned that you were going to be late, but it seemed like you appeared on time.
Yeah, no, I'm doing good. Yeah. I actually found out that the apartment building I'm getting next month is above Cookie Dough Magic. So
Oh, that's
I'm
going
gonna
to be
need
trouble.
that Boomer and the Beard discount.
Oh, they're
going
gonna. No,
on.
trust me. They're next Friday. John Hugel is his name. He's Hugel. I just love that. Hugel. It's a cool last name. John Hugel will be joining us, and we will have a constant supply in the studio of cookie dough.
Ooh.
Yeah, unfortunately, you're not in studio. But
I know. Is it
we
gonna
will
come over
enjoy
here or
the
what?
snot out of it, and then I will make sure. We'll make sure John takes good care of you. So you're moving downtown Huntsville, huh?
Yep.
Can't hide money.
Yep, next
Got him a new
month.
radio job. Decided he was highfalutin.
Yeah.
Why don't you go ahead and move to like New Hope or something just to be as far away from where you work as possible? Where do you live? South Pittsburgh, Tennessee?
Yeah.
You move here for work? Nope. Trying to get away from it.
Because I can take off mileage on my taxes. So if I drive.
So, like, you know, we got to talk about this because last time we talked about your girlfriend, you claimed not to have a girlfriend, and now you're moving in with your girlfriend.
No, for 1 second I claimed that. I just said I didn't.
Well, I'm
yes,
just concerned here. Connor is so happy right now that somebody else's love life is getting blasted on air. He's a pig in slop over there. But is this a smart move?
Yeah, I think it's a really smart move.
Okay, well, I mean, at one point you claimed not to have one, so I'm just making sure. Just making sure it's built on a solid foundation.
It's a good move.
How much do you have to pay in rent?
Whoa! We're not going to make you answer that question. That's a really
well. If he
question.
says nothing, then that's a really smart move. Just saying.
Half.
That's good. That's fair.
But the math on that's pretty straightforward. Boom.
Title IX apartment.
Oh snap!
Hayden's like, oh, what's he doing?
See what? Hey, do you know what that means?
What? No.
Here.
Yes, you do. You did yesterday.
Let me try.
Well,
hey,
okay.
let me try this. How about this? This is the universal sign for this. Watch. See if you get this one better. That's brick. That's the universal sign for brick. That is. I'm being serious.
Oh, okay.
He's just thinking you're drawing circles.
No, because he all day
exercises.
yesterday he did it.
No, not really. He messed up
Once. That's less than you did on music, so
Oh,
there's that.
yeah.
You're listening to Boomer and the Beard live. We may or may not have music when you come back. You never know when Clay's on the DJ booth. Boomer and the Beard will be right back. I'm just kidding.
You're listening to Hometown Heartbeat.
As you know, our friend Mike Lindell has a passion to help everyone get the best sleep of their life. He didn't stop at the MyPillow. Let me tell you something. I just got my Giza Dream bed sheets, and they are unbelievable. Mike found this cotton called Giza cotton. It's incredibly soft, super breathable, extremely durable, 60-day money back. That same money back guarantee, that same 10-year warranty that you have on that MyPillow you love so much. The first night you sleep on the Giza sheets, you will never want anything else. Let me tell you something. My son, he's 4. He knows the difference. He knows the difference. He said, Daddy, where are those soft sheets that Mr. Mikey sent me? I said, don't worry, kid, I got you. Pulled them out of the dryer, put them on there. Listen, you right now have a special offer. You will receive 2 for 1 low price and free shipping on the Giza Dream Sheets if you call 1-800-889-7318 or go to mypillow.com/radio specials. Use the promo code BEARD. Again, mypillow.com, radio specials, promo code BEARD.
When people walk through our doors, they all see something different.
A tree house.
Our dream home.
Our cabin in the woods.
A new golf course community.
When you have every conceivable building material imaginable in place, the possibilities are limitless.
Purcell Lumber and Mill Shop. Let us bring your home improvement project to life. The best products and name brands in residential and commercial building supplies. From lumber to Benjamin Moore paints, DeWalt tools, custom millwork, doors, and more. Looking for something specific? Our friendly and knowledgeable staff is here to make sure you find the products you need to complete your home projects. Pay a visit today to Purcell Lumber and Mill Shop on Clinton Street in Athens and online at purcelllumberandmillshop.com. Or for questions, give us a call at 256-232-6320. Purcell Lumber and Mill Shop in Athens, where builders, remodelers, and home improvement specialists come to shop.
Remember being in your favorite sport clips, getting set for that great MVP haircut experience? Yeah, how about if we made that wait even shorter? Now, with Sport Clips On Deck text alerts, when you check in online or with our app, we'll text you a 15-minute heads up when it's time to head in. And when you're the next man up, you'll get another text to come take your seat. Less wait time, more prime time. Sport Clips. It's good to be a guy.
News Talk 770 AM, 92.5 FM, WVNN.
Legendary Herbie Hancock.
Is that the car that drove itself?
That's Knight Rider.
Oh. No, I thought there was a... Never mind.
Herbie the Love Bug.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. The love bug.
That was a good show.
I mean, come on, Ed. It's bull crap. Don't get me wrong. I love the ladies. I mean, they rev my engine.
Yeah, I love my hot buttons over here. Nobody else does, but I don't care. It's okay. So man, we have a lot to talk about today. There's a lot of politicking going on out there.
Too much.
Yeah, well. Word on the street is they're going to send out some more money.
I think Biden's done 30-something executive orders. Obama did 5. Trump did 4.
I mean, he's
first week.
on it.
I've heard that some of those are just blank documents.
Well, yeah. Yesterday he got caught. I don't know if you saw you have to really struggle to hear the audio, but he was signing something. He goes, "Now what am I signing?"
Yeah, he's got a little.
Wow.
If you look, he's got a little piece of notepad next to him, and he looks at it, and he goes, "And this is da 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 da," and then he looks down at the paper, and then he just signs. Yeah. And most of the time, it doesn't even look like there's any words on the documents.
Who is that?
I don't know, but he's
Kevin
got a
Durant?
pink hat and a
Yeah,
cheetah
did you see what he was wearing?
Yeah, I mean it's a new thing.
jacket.
Apparently,
What,
when you
dressing
make
like Steven Tyler's microphone?
look at that. Look at
That was good.
Look, it looks like an ice cream cone.
Oh my gosh.
No, Cam Newton historically is the one that dresses like Steven Tyler's microphone stand. Good gosh, but yeah, CDC can, schools can reopen now.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see that magically? See, such a joke. Oh man, I met with the owners of the Sunny Street Cafe yesterday. The big listeners of the show, so I want to shout out to Sunny Street Cafe in Madison. They are open, folks, and they are a local small business that
Mr. Dan Cummins.
Yeah, we talked about you yesterday. He didn't know. First of all, he talked to me for like 5 or 10 minutes before he realized like why I was there, I think. And then he goes, "Oh, you're the bearded guy." And I was like, "What gave it away?" And he was like, "I listen to you guys every morning." And so then I told him, I said, he said something about the Havoc, and so I mentioned you, and he goes, "Is that Boomer?" I was like, "Yeah." Mm-hmm. He was like, "Oh, a hot dog." Yep. So I think we are hopefully they'll be joining us in advertising with our show here. So anyways, shout out to Sunny Street Cafe. They are, best food, I think, best breakfast food, and this side of Big Bad Breakfast.
Yep, good.
I think they're bringing one of those to Huntsville, aren't they? Didn't I see that?
I don't know.
Have you ever been to Big Bad Breakfast?
I have not.
Oh my, Connor, have you? Anybody ever been to Big Bad Breakfast?
Nope, never even heard of it.
Oh my goodness gracious!
Been to Waffle House. I don't know what more. I don't know where. There's nowhere to go. But
sometimes
down
that's
from Waffle House.
Sometimes that's a big bad breakfast too. I bet Hayden's been to Big Bad Breakfast.
Hayden shook his head no. Hayden, have you ever been to Big? No. That typically when someone talks to you and by name, that's when you grab your microphone and say something back. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I've never been.
He's chilling, like he's got his gangster.
He's chilling like
chair.
a villain.
Like he's leaning in the chair, like y'all were talking about the car.
Gangster
no,
lean.
I'm comfortable.
Lean back.
Is that a comfortable? Sandy, you've been over there. Is that a comfortable chair?
Well,
it is a pretty
the one
comfortable
he's sitting
chair,
in is
actually.
because I carried it over there.
Oh, you gave him it. Oh.
No, I'll be grabbing it back. I promise you that.
Hayden,
but Hayden, you can use it as long as you're there, buddy.
Hayden, let me sort of give you a word of advice.
Okay.
You need to be strong and speak when you want to speak, because the beard will not let you. So you're just going to have to just do it, okay? So if you hear your name, then you just pipe in there. I don't care if it's like watermelon. You do it, okay?
Okay.
Okay, gotcha.
That explains so much.
Okay, and if you have any more advice, keep it coming my way.
I got you.
I'm sure she won't hold back, buddy.
I won't. You be more powerful than you can be.
Yeah.
Hey.
We'll just rename the show for Hey.
I think we need to he needs to have some hazing. Like you should have got him like a wooden stool, so you'd have to sit on that and be uncomfortable.
I want him to show up.
Be uncomfortable.
That's not the person you haze over there.
But you don't want him to fall asleep either. Got like a massage chair over there.
Yeah.
Like
I don't know if it's a massage
It's not
chair.
that-
It's pretty.
it's not that
it's
great.
it's comfortable. It's not. I mean, we're sitting in lazy boy chairs.
Yeah, we're comfortable.
They're comfortable.
We can lean back.
We can lean back. Anyways, we were talking about politics. Sorry. So there's a couple things that came out yesterday that I find just very entertaining. For one, did you guys see where the Trump appointed judge said no? Did you guys see that? He said no.
I did not.
So yesterday we talked about the deportation freeze.
Mm-hmm.
Well, when all these liberal judges were just single-handedly pencil whipping Donald Trump's executive orders and telling him that he couldn't do what he said he was going to do, we then said that's a bad idea. Not because it went against the policies that we believed in, but because we that are capable of understanding the way this government is set up and what the legislative and executive and what the different branches are the judicial branch and executive and legislative and those branches have goals. Connor, let's do this again. Let's go through this. This executive branch, their goal is to
execute the laws.
The legislative branch, their job is to
make laws.
And the judicial branch, their job is
interpret the
interpret laws. And so that's that's like 7th grade civics right there. And we said that's not a good idea for all these liberal judges to be pencil whipping Donald Trump's not because of the policy, but because the legislative branch makes the law, the judicial branch merely, Connor, interprets law. Well, now we've got a conservative judge pencil whipping Joe Biden, and it's freaking hilarious. Hey, shoe meet other foot. So the deportation freeze was ruled you can't do that. So it appears we're going to keep sending illegals back home for a little while anyways. And it's just interesting to me that for some reason they're incapable of understanding that for every action, what is that, Isaac Newton? Did I get that right?
Yeah.
For every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. God, I can't believe I remembered that.
Third law of motion.
The third, I didn't know that, so I was going to say the second law of thermodynamics, but no, I'm kidding. It is definitely the precedent that was set by the last 4 years. In any spot where conservatives have the ability to throw a wrench in their giddy up, they're going to. Because why not?
Yep.
It's been done for the last 4. Turnabout's fair play. And so none of this is conducive to a well-oiled government.
No.
None of it. And so we don't agree with it. Well, I say we. I would say that I don't agree with it on either side. I didn't agree with it when the liberal judges did it, and I don't agree when the conservative judges do it. But it's the process that we've set about before us because turnabout's fair play.
Yep, it's coming.
And so it is definitely an interesting story that this Trump, and I'm trying to pull up this story. I don't know why am I so tired today. Holy crap!
What's wrong with the NBA? Sorry, I pulled a squirrel.
Yeah, that was you good?
I think that's your judge. I think that's.
You think that he's hiding behind his mask?
I don't know. And some Walgreens sunglasses.
Those are probably like $200,000 sunglasses.
I know, probably.
But no, it definitely, well, and we did talk about the deportation order yesterday. It doesn't seem like it's a very smart play. But the judge in Texas blocks his, and the fun part about this is it's in Texas where a lot of these problems are taking place. But big blow to his 100-day agenda, big blow. But Judge Drew Tipton, Trump appointee, granted a temporary restraining order sought by Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton, saying the order demonstrated a likelihood of facing immediate harm from Biden's pause. The court order will be in effect for 14 days, while Tipton considers a broader motion by the state for preliminary injunction. So what will happen is this thing will go through the whole process. It'll get stopped, and Texas will keep sending them back home.
As they should.
Good for you, Texas. But it's just funny how Twitter has become battleground 1A. Now, granted, you can only battle on there if you're conservative once or twice before they shut you down. But for now, the first state in the nation to bring a lawsuit against the Biden administration, and we won. That's from the judge.
Drop the mic.
Drop the mic. These executive orders, man. Executive orders weren't meant to do what they're being used to do. Connor, what's the purpose of an executive order?
It's action that the president can take.
Unilaterally. Unilaterally, right? I mean, he can...
Sure, that's within his power.
Typically. But it's obviously not within their power if a federal judge can shut it down every time he wants to, right?
They can interpret that that's outside of his power, sure.
We're in for a long 4 years, folks. Or a long 2. Or a long 6 months. Depends on how long Joe Biden makes it. Then it's going to get worse when Kamala becomes president. Is that racist?
No.
Probably was. I mispronounced her name. If you mispronounce her name, you're racist. Hayden, don't be a racist. You're listening to Boomer and the Beard. We'll be right back.
You're listening to Hometown Heartbeat. This is News Talk 770 AM, 92.5 FM, WVNN. News starts now.
President Biden calling it unacceptable that not nearly as many vaccines that had been promised are actually available to the American people.
The vaccine program is in worse shape than we anticipated or expected.
He says the federal government is buying up more doses so 300 million people can get vaccinated by the end of summer. AstraZeneca has pulled out of a meeting with the European Union on delayed vaccine commitments, the drug maker admitting its initial supply will be lower than forecast. There are new indications that Senate Republicans will vote against impeaching Donald Trump or trying him during his impeachment trial when that begins next month.
Republican Senator Rand Paul forcing senators to vote on whether the trial itself is unconstitutional, since Trump is already out of office.
This is not a trial of the president, but of a private citizen.
Democrats and many legal experts insist the Constitution does not exempt former presidents from impeachment.
ABC's Rachel Scott, 45 Republicans did vote with Rand Paul, agreeing they thought the impeachment was unconstitutional. I'm Sherry Preston, ABC News.
Steve? Oh, sorry. I have sleep apnea and my machine isn't set up.
It's the third time this week you've napped at your desk. I use AeroCare and was set up the very next day.
I've been waiting a week for someone to call.
AeroCare is amazing, and now I sleep like a baby, just not at work.
AeroCare specializes in all respiratory equipment. If you have sleep apnea or in need of oxygen, let AeroCare set you up. Call 256-469-3900. Let us help you breathe a little easier.
Are you tired? You suffer from chronic fatigue, neuropathy, or joint pain? Call Madison Integrated Medicine. Our amazing staff will provide an individualized patient experience focused on your overall health to treat the cause, not just the problem. Utilizing both traditional and natural medicine. Don't let the symptoms become overwhelming. Treat them preventatively with Madison Integrated Medicine on Slaughter Road in Madison. Call 256-325-0955. That's 325-0955.
News Talk 770 AM, 92.5 FM, WVNN.
Hey! What the fuck is sing?
Ain't in a rock and roll
band. Welcome back to Boomer and the Beard. I am Zach Walker, your big, beautiful, funky host. So thankful you choose to join us here each and every morning. Paula Abdul still got it. You know it? She still got it.
Yep.
I love that video of her dancing with herself from way back in the day. It's kind of weird, but apparently Voltaren is the reason she can still do it.
Yeah.
What kind of like arthritis pain commercial has the budget to superimpose like one version of Paul Abdul? Like that seems like it'd be a really tough feat to accomplish.
Right?
With
Apparently
arthritis
Voltaren.
money.
Apparently, well, I don't know about that. There's a lot of arthritis out there.
I guess there is. I guess it's just a brand you don't commonly think of. Like when I think of a brand that's going to go like big budget on marketing, I think of like, you know, brands that I know well from marketing campaigns, which prior to us talking about it, I don't know that I'd ever registered that it's Voltaren that's Paul Abdul's dancing with.
Speaking of budgeting and marketing, Have you guys seen how many companies are sitting out the Super Bowl?
I have not.
So, literally, liberals have killed everything because it's all pandering. But Budweiser, now the latest in a group of Super Bowl advertisers. Funny frogs, adorable puppies, Clydesdale horses. Budweiser is synonymous with Super Bowl advertising. And over the past 4 decades, it has not missed a Super Bowl debuting. Good Lord. Debuting a new commercial. However, this year, it's taken a pass.
Wow.
Not just Budweiser, Coke, Hyundai, and Pepsi, and Budweiser. That's 4 of the big boys. 4 of the main Super Bowl advertisers. The beer brand said in a news release that instead of paying to air a Super Bowl ad, it will instead be reallocating the media investment to raise awareness about the COVID-19 vaccine.
Oh my gosh.
Weather.
COVID. Weather.
Oh.
Do you think they could have like the Clydesdales, on a foggy, misty morning?
It'd be more like weather.
You think maybe they'll have the Clydesdales on like a foggy, misty morning, being led with like a crate full of vaccines to like dying people?
Stop and give
And
them
the
a
horses
vaccine.
have had it, and they glow bright in the night because of the vaccine. Yeah.
I didn't know the vaccine made you
Literally,
Rudolph.
what they're hiding in the fact is that it costs millions of dollars for commercials, and it's pretty stupid to do.
Mhm.
So let's come up with
No, it's
something.
not.
I think advertising do it.
No.
Now the way they do
if it was stupid to advertise a Super Bowl, every big company in the world wouldn't be doing it. These companies don't get where they're at by being stupid.
Yeah, but the amount of
Budweiser,
money
the
that
worst
they pay.
marketing or the worst advertising company in the world. Like they're pretty smart.
So let me
at what
ask you a
they
question.
do.
So from a marketing side of things,
Mm-hmm.
if Budweiser were to take the money that they spend in one Super Bowl ad and take that and buy it in local markets and get the frequency up because they wouldn't be spending as much money on one commercial, would they get their message out better?
No, because I love football, but I hate the NFL. I'm not a big NFL fan. I watch the Super Bowl literally for the commercials. How many people do you know that do that?
But not anymore. They used to. I think in the last 5 years, they don't do it anymore because they'll get them shared on social
Did you not
media.
just hear what I said? This is the first year in 4 decades that they've not.
No, I know.
This is the first year.
No, but I'm saying
that they're
but
not doing.
But like
it.
in the last 5 years, there's been the trend where they
They
release
get
the
pre-released.
commercials
Yeah,
on
yeah,
their.
yeah.
So
I did hate that.
Yeah. So the
I absolutely hated that.
because I haven't tuned in to watch the Super Bowl for commercials in a long time.
Well, that's because Kentucky doesn't have a team.
Oh
but also, if they did, they'd probably not be. I mean, what has happened to Kentucky basketball? by the
One
way?
and dones. The one and done is
Yeah, but but that goes across the board. There's
Yeah.
still good teams in
yeah, but the ones that have
basketball.
focused on the one and dones, the Dukes, the North Carolinas, and Kentucky's now are all not in the top 25.
Yeah, I just to go back to.
Congratulations, Alabama, on beating Kentucky last night.
Oh, did they?
They did.
Oh, I didn't even know that, and I was.
Yeah, first time since Alabama swept Kentucky since 1989.
That's the first time Alabama's been good at basketball since 1972. So.
Well, they were good in basketball one year, then they were number one, and they didn't make it to the NIT. But that was
Wait, do what?
Alabama one time. I think remember what year it was. They were
number one and didn't make it to the NIT.
Yeah, they beginning of the season.
That's called an epic collapse.
Yes, it is. Well, Kentucky is gonna. They're not number one, but they're definitely not going to make the NIT for sure. Unless
they're not even. Kentucky's not even going to make the NIT
no
this
way,
year.
No way. If they do, the only reason they make it is because their fans still travel and they'll
because
make
there's money in it.
Right.
Yeah,
Only
yeah,
reason.
which is why anything happens. But back to the Super Bowl commercials.
Are we allowed to say Super Bowl? That's the big conspiracy thing. You're not supposed to. You're supposed to say the big game.
I'm sorry,
because they own the rights. You didn't know that? It's technically just in commercials.
Yeah, it sounds
and
like a
stuff
huge
that.
conspiracy.
Yeah, in commercials, like let's say if you were to do the bearded Super Bowl bash,
Mm-hmm.
You would
we use the word bash a lot.
You would have
starts
to.
with a B.
You would have to pay to do that. I think you could get sued if you had your own advertised Super Bowl party. If you use the Super Bowl in your own form of marketing,
it's crazy.
They could come after you.
The big game party.
Yeah,
that's actually what we're going to name the third political party in the country. The big game party.
Big game party.
Yeah.
But so let's take some. All right, so let's play a game here.
Okay.
A 30-second Super Bowl ad costs X amount of money, and I have it broken down here to the second. Okay. Nope. Don't you dare. What are you doing?
I don't have my contacts.
That's right.
In.
You're old. You can't see.
Can't see that far.
He doesn't have his readers. We're good. So dollars per second. Okay. I need a guess on how much per second it costs to advertise with the Super Bowl. I will tell you that they cost more than $5 million for an ad. Okay. I'm not going to tell you anything beyond that. Okay. Take a swing at how many dollars per second it costs to advertise.
About $15,000.
Okay.
I'm going to say 100,000.
Okay.
I'm going to have to disqualify myself because I already looked this up.
Okay. Hayden?
I'm going to say $20,000.
$170,000 a second.
Stupid. That's just stupid.
It's
I'm going to play a liberal. How many starving children could they have saved?
But they could spend that $170,000 a second, get a return on their investment, and then invest the proceeds in the children.
But they don't.
No.
Advertisers spent $370 million and $445 million during the pre- and post-game, respectively. So for 2016, Anheuser-Busch was the biggest spender, dropping $34 million on Super Bowl ads. Chrysler and Pepsi right behind them, spending $19 million apiece. Anheuser-Busch benefited from their exposure that it didn't have to pay for, too, because Peyton Manning mentioned both Budweiser and Bud Light in the events surrounding the game itself, and those two announcements were worth an estimated $14 million in media exposure. Over 200% more people live streamed the Super Bowl from 2015 and 2016, which is an increasingly critical factor, which is interesting.
I wonder how much money the Super Bowl is losing by not having Pepsi, Coke.
Oh, no, they're still going to get the money. That's the thing.
What?
The people are still spending the money. They're just giving the money to the ad council for COVID. So you're going to get a Budweiser paid for COVID commercial.
Oh, my gosh. We're helping you get sick, but go out and get drunk and ruin your liver.
Oh, my gosh.
Don't get COVID, but liver failure is not a big deal.
Oh, my gosh.
Jaundice is kind of cool if you want to be a shade of yellow.
Oh, my goodness. So that
does happen, right? I didn't expect jaundice happens when your liver fails.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just want to make sure.
That's even dumber than advertising for the spot.
Yes. No, I can agree with that. If you're going to spend $35 million on advertising, by God, I better get a Clydesdale commercial, because if you're going to show me some liberal, drowning in their own tears, taking a needle in the arm and trying to tell me it's okay, the commercials, people don't understand how much commercials influence them. And I didn't recognize that, honestly, until I started listening to a talk radio show on a daily basis. And then about a year into it, I realized I owned one of every product they advertised. Because it happened. I mean, people that listen to this show trust us. And because they listen to us every day, we establish rapport. They trust us. And then when we talk about MyPillows, as long as and you have to be good about this, right? As a company, because what we are a talk radio show, sure, but we're a marketing company. That's what we do. And so without marketing, we can't pay the bills and we won't be on the air. And so we are a marketing company for small businesses. If we continually advertise for bad businesses, we will not have a business, right? And so you have to be good about it. But once you establish that rapport with people, you're going to buy MyPillow because I'm telling you it's the best pillow I've ever slept on, and you believe that to be true. And advertising does work, except for a one-and-done COVID commercial is probably not going to do it for me. There's no trust there.
Yeah.
There's no rapport there. I'm not taking a friggin'. My wife had an opportunity to take the shot. She texted me in the middle of the day. She was like, hey, they just offered me the vaccine.
Nope.
The answer's no, right? I was like, yeah, the answer's no. Like, you're freaking I'm not going to say her age. She's older than me, though, by 4 years. But so she's almost 40. But I'm not going to say her age. She, you should. Sorry, babe, I love you.
Oh my god!
I was playing warmer, colder.
I know. I'm like
warmer, getting hot.
Oh my
she is hot, by the way. But
you're welcome for queuing that up.
Yeah. Lob me that softball. Watch me hit it over the fence.
Glad he did.
But no, it is definitely So they are spending the money. Fox is still going to make their money, but Budweiser, Pepsi, Hyundai, all of them. So it's just going to be a long slate of COVID vaccine commercials brought to you by the General Ad Council.
And while guys sweat and breathe over each other, tackling, and he figured it out.
I want to make sure I use the proper sign.
I saw the thing now. They're telling us that we need to wear double masks. I'm excited about
yeah,
I saw that. Oh my god!
If one is good, two is better.
I mean, when do we stop and say, okay, enough is enough?
Well, Cuomo already did, so there's that. But Biden confronts Putin issues. He's got Putin issues.
He's got gas.
Flatulence is an issue. I get it. That's why he wears a diaper. You're listening to Boomer and the Beard. We'll be right back.
You're listening to Hometown Heartbeat.
If your computer stopped working, your business will grind to a standstill. This is Zach Walker, your big, beautiful bearded host. For my friends over at Simple Helix, the cost of a full-time IT department is really just unreasonable. Call Simple Helix today at 256-975-4758. They never take a vacation and cost far less than a full-time employee or staff. This new normal we live in has us working from home and remoting in all the time, so 24-hour support is more important than ever. Reliable and safe access for you and your employees doesn't get more simple than Simple Helix. 256-975-4758. That's 975-4758. Tell them the Beard sent. As you know, our friend Mike Lindell has a passion to help everyone get the best sleep of their life. He didn't stop at the MyPillow. Let me tell you something. I just got my Giza Dream bed sheets, and they are unbelievable. Mike found this cotton called Giza cotton. It's incredibly soft, super breathable, extremely durable, 60-day money back. That same money back guarantee, that same 10-year warranty that you have on that MyPillow you love so much. The first night you sleep on the Giza sheets, you will never want anything else. Let me tell you something. My son, he's 4. He knows the difference. He knows the difference. He said, Daddy, where are those soft sheets that Mr. Mikey sent me? I said, don't worry, kid, I got you. Pulled them out of the dryer, put them on there. Listen, you right now have a special offer. You will receive 2 for one low price and free shipping on the Giza Dream Sheets if you call 1-800-889-7318 or go to mypillow.com/radio specials. Use the promo code BEARD. Again, mypillow.com, radio specials, promo code BEARD.
You don't need a diet. That's work. You don't need a stylist. They're overrated. And you don't need to hang out with older or fatter people just to seem better in comparison either. All you need are these masters of video production. They'll make you look good.
Make your videos look good with Cotton Row Productions, the official live stream provider of Hometown Heartbeat and The Dale Jackson Show. We can handle events, church live streams, and your digital advertising. Call Cotton Row Productions today, 256-289-7355. That's 289-7355.
Where is your haircut gone? We know you don't get out as much. You don't drive by your regular sport clips and pop in for that MVP haircut experience that is so much more than a haircut. But isn't it worth getting out for? For that legendary hot steam towel for your face, massaging shampoo that makes you melt into your seat. Oh man, you remember that, right? We found your haircut. It's right where you left it. Sport Clips. It's good to be a guy.
News Talk 770 AM, 92.5 FM, WVNN.
Welcome back to Boomer and the Beard. I am Zach Walker, your big, beautiful bearded host. So thankful you choose to join us here each and every day. What would you do without us? We don't know either. But in the meantime, what would we do without you? And that's nothing. So thank you for joining us here. We love each and every one of you and the commitment you've made to find yourself surrounded by common sense and logical people that promise you we will never spend $33 million on a vaccine commercial. So you're welcome. Connor had an idea. He said maybe they could all get together, and if at $176,000 a second, if you pool your 99 or $100 million between the three of you, it should be $130 million between the four of you. You could have a really long commercial with guys sitting in a Hyundai. Some of them drinking Pepsi, some drinking Coke, and the guy in the back is drinking Budweiser, and they're all on their way to get their vaccine.
Could do that.
I mean, it sounds pretty. I don't know what the storyboard would look like, but.
Or how about just use that money and donate it to COVID research and not say anything?
Well, that wouldn't be the point.
No, it's weird.
The point is, look at me, look at me, look at me.
Have you seen? There's a lot of crazy. Does it feel like we've had a lot of crazy stories come out of Queens, New York? New York's been like.
Speaking of, we'll talk to Grant today.
A hotbed,
I think.
Queens, New York, 54-year-old restaurant owner Asif Raja is the dumbest arsonist on the planet. He was arrested allegedly for trying to set his own business on fire. The restaurant had been
what?
Yeah. He was arrested for setting his own business on fire. It had been closed to COVID restrictions. But he set his business on fire. He'd apparently forgot that he had installed both security cameras and a sprinkler system recently.
Wow.
So he was caught for arson, which carries a mandatory sentence of 5 years in federal prison, maximum sentence of 20 years. So here you go. Queens.
I'm sorry. Can you?
How do you forget?
If we do get to talk to Grant, I want to hear him defend this stuff.
Well, he doesn't. What do you mean defend? Why are you
COVID restrictions?
I don't think he's going to defend that. He's not defended it since the beginning.
Just he needs to get out so he doesn't get sucked in by the craziness that's going on there.
Oh, Grant doesn't get sucked in by anything. Trust me, Grant he's the what's the right word? He's the most disruptive person I know. Like, he chooses his own path regardless of what anyone thinks about it. He doesn't get sucked in by anything.
I can see that.
Oh yeah, he doesn't. Like, he's an independent, free thinking son of a gun, and he doesn't care what and to the point of, will confront you about it.
Die on that hill?
Yeah. We'll die on any hill. And so that's what I love about Grant is Grant doesn't fit in anyone's box. Grant is his own. He's got his own box, and it's funky shaped, but it's his. I'm sitting here watching. This is a true. Look at this here, Clay, and I'm going to send this over to Connor. This here is the interpretive dance from the Chicago Teachers Union. 6 of their rank and file dance teachers came together to use their art form. Kind of go to just theblaze.com there, and at the top you'll see.
They're Chicago. They're refusing to go back.
It's
to
the very
class,
first
right?
headline right there. The interpretive dance right there at the top. Chicago. Should be right. Go back.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. The big black headline there. Ooh, can't say that. Sorry. The large dark headline.
The one that was beneath the top headline.
Was it? Dang it! It was the second headline. My bad. Sorry, Captain Attitude. Let me apologize to you for a moment. So, just if you could just play that without sound, just get that video there up on the screen for people. So, if you're not watching the live stream, you need to be watching the live stream on. You can go to boomerandbeard.com. Or on Facebook or YouTube right now. This is 6 of the rank and file dance teachers have come together. Here you go, right there, guys, up there on the top, to use their art form to interpretively dance their resistance to going. What was that? She looked like she was having a seizure.
That's why they're saying they're not going back to school.
You know what they say, those who can't do teach. So I'm kidding for all you teachers.
That'd be an advertisement saying, let's do homeschooling.
What is happening? Is she exercising a demon?
I don't know.
What? As if you're just joining us, we're watching 6 of the dance teachers from the Chicago Teachers Union do their interpretive dance. Let me read the.
The girl in the middle, my 11-year-old does that throughout the house, or when we
when she doesn't get her way.
It looks like she's slipping on ice or something. Yeah. Like, seriously.
Don't touch that handrail. That's how you get COVID.
So
hey, be safe, but let's go ahead and dance together. Less
they're
than
in the
6
same
feet
household,
apart.
but they're in the same household, so that doesn't.
And the ones in the top corner are putting masks on each other.
Oh my God!
Oh, it's part of their interpretation.
That's what's wrong with our future, right?
And now they're hugging. What is happening? All right,
what does that have to do with?
6 of our rank and file dance teachers come together to use their art form as a voice to express their desire to feel safe amidst CPS teacher return policy. They stand in solidarity with all educators at risk because no one should have to choose between life and livelihood. May I remind you that at this juncture, not one teacher has died after contracting COVID in a classroom. First of all, can we first talk about interpretive dance? I'm trying to be, how do I do this? As a fellow jazz hands person, back in the day I used to jazz hand it up. While I can understand using your art form to express yourself, dancing around with frilly ribbons and putting masks on somebody to music does nothing for anybody but piss you off.
Well, I mean, wouldn't it be more effective if you just said, "Hey, we're not going back to school"?
How about a press release? Well, I've never really understood the interpretive dance movement, except for maybe Napoleon Dynamite. Did it pretty
I get it when it's done, but I mean, if you're doing it as your only way.
This is our nonviolent protest. Yeah. We're dancing, interpretively.
I'm sorry, I would not be wanting my kids to be in that school system.
Oh, the teachers union has been embroiled in a battle with the school district over whether it is safe to return to classrooms. Voted Monday to defy the city's reopening plan. The union has insisted teachers want to return to in-person, but claim the school system is not willing and adequately prepared to do so, despite spending $100 million towards keeping them safe.
I don't know if I was a Chicago school teacher, I'd be like,
hey, take that $100 million, spread it out.
I'd be like, I raise my hand. Can we work on not getting shot first? Would that be?
Yeah. How about metal detectors at every entry of every school? I know it's a gun-free zone.
I mean, I can understand why they don't want to go back to school, but it's not because of COVID.
Here's my interpretive dance.
For those of you listening to the radio, Boomer just made the gun signal and he fired it, and then he said, "No guns." See, that's an interpretive dance that I can actually interpret.
Right, and it has meaning. That is truth.
It does have meaning.
I don't know what they're doing. Apparently, that's what happens when you get COVID. You just spin around and fall.
You convulse.
And you fall and you act like you're
convulse
rhythmically.
rhythmically.
And
rhythmic convulsion.
I don't know if I'd call that rhythm or not.
Well, we couldn't hear the music, so maybe they were with the rhythm, or maybe they weren't. Maybe they had no rhythm.
Here's a better one. Like do like this. They go. That would match.
Yeah, because I can interpret.
Yes.
It's like speaking in tongues. You know what I'm saying? If you can't interpret,
apparently they've never played a good game of charades.
No, Pictionary is not something they do often. It up there, and is that Pictionary? Is that where you? No, it's where you draw it.
Yeah, charades.
Charades. Yeah. You had already said it. I was just looking for something else there. Just reaching. No. First of all, I think it's cute that you thought.
Sounds like.
Yeah.
Ovid. I don't understand it.
I just don't understand these teachers all the way around. I mean, no one's died.
Well, they've had, which you've said, the correct way to say the people have died,
but
just can't prove that it came from school. That's the.
I mean,
kicker. But they've used teachers that have died and said they're at risk. They shouldn't be.
Look, if teachers are at risk, then Walmart ought to be ground zero for the death and destruction of this country.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Lowe's ought to be a burial ground of just massive proportions. I mean, there's no consistency in any of this. It's all a bunch of just. That's all it is. It's just a ton of that. It's just a bunch of bull Dang it. Didn't work like I wanted it to. It's not very sensitive to my touch.
Your coo is too short.
Right, exactly.
866-494-9866. Maybe there's a teacher out there that's going to call us and say, you guys are being insensitive.
Or you could do the interpretive dance motion for that, which is...
Possibly.
If only we could interpretive dance on the radio.
Cuckoo.
That's a butterfly. That's not a cuckoo. It's a butterfly. Napoleon.
That's a bird.
I don't know how to do the clock. You could just stick your tongue out.
It's a butterfly. Cuckoo. You've obviously never seen Napoleon Dynamite. You're listening to Boomer and the Beard. I am Zach Walker, your big, beautiful, butterfly-loving bearded host, and we'll be right back.
WVNN Athens, WVNN FM Trinity, a Cumulus station. It's 6 o'clock. News starts now.
From ABC News, I'm Sherry Preston.
This will be one of the most difficult operational challenges we've ever undertaken as a nation.
Saying the nation's vaccine program is in much worse shape than they anticipated. President Joe Biden says the distribution of COVID vaccines is being ramped up with the goal of getting 300 million people shots by the end of summer.
The brutal truth is it's going to take months before we can get the majority of Americans vaccinated. Months. In the next few months, masks, not vaccines, are the best defense against COVID-19.
The vice president received her second COVID vaccine on Tuesday.
She knows many Americans are reluctant to get the COVID-19 shot.
So I've had the vaccine, and it really was painless, relatively painless.
Vice President Harris and other national leaders getting their shots in public, hoping millions follow their lead. The Biden administration ordering several 100 million more doses, so most of the nation gets vaccinated by the end of the summer. Andy Field, ABC News, Washington.
45 Republicans voting along with Senator Rand Paul that the upcoming impeachment trial against President Trump is unconstitutional because Trump is no longer in office. This is Wisconsin's Ron Johnson.
I appreciated the president's words on healing and unifying this nation. I can't think of something less healing, more divisive than following through with an impeachment trial of a private citizen of a former president.
But Democrats like Chris Murphy from Connecticut counter with,
I don't think you can skip the accountability phase when you've had a president engaged in an attempted violent insurrection against the U.S. government. That's what happened here.
The head of the World Food Program says the pandemic has highlighted the need to strengthen vulnerable supply chains to poorer countries struggling to feed their populations. And a new CDC study of 17 schools in Wisconsin finds that community spread is low in schools that follow strict social distancing and mask-wearing rules. You're listening to ABC News.
It's such a beautiful night. Look at the stars.
They're amazing. Did you know 20% of stars have planets orbiting them capable of sustaining life?
How did you know that? You must spend a ton of time reading.
Not at all. I use Blinkist.
Blinkist?
Yeah, it's an app that takes key insights from over 4,000 nonfiction bestsellers and gathers them into 15-minute blinks for you to read or listen to. With Blinkist, you can learn the main points of an entire book in just 15 minutes, as opposed to days or weeks.
What kind of books?
Nonfiction books in over 27 categories, from personal development to history, management, investing, philosophy, and more. Books like A Beautiful Mind, The 4-Hour Workweek, Freakonomics, and Sapiens. Blinkist makes it easy to learn about pretty much anything.
Like the stars?
Even the stars.
Right now, radio listeners get 25% off, plus 1 free week when you go to Blinkist.com/brain. To get this special offer, go to Blinkist.com/brain. That's Blinkist.com/BRAIN.
Dan, where you been?
Well, it's hard to golf with bulky oxygen tanks, so I went to AeroCare and got a lightweight portable oxygen concentrator that I wear like a backpack.
Wow. Does insurance cover it?
They sure do. AeroCare called my insurance, and I had my machine the next day. I'm as free as a bird, or birdie.
AeroCare specializes in all respiratory equipment. If you have sleep apnea or are in need of oxygen, let AeroCare set you up. Call 256-469-3900. Let us help you breathe a little easier.
Got you covered screen printing and embroidery in Athens. Our team is here to help you with custom printed t-shirts that you want. And we know that means quality. At Got You Covered Screen Printing and Embroidery, we focus on the highest quality and the fastest turnaround time possible. Got You Covered Screen Printing and Embroidery on West Sandifer Road in Athens. Call to make an appointment with our graphic designer. She's awesome. 256-444-4500. That's 444-4500. And online at GotYouCoveredAthens.com.
This is Mike 4 years ago. This is Mike having the same conversation with Debbie just last month. And today, he's at it again.
What's that, Mike?
I said our house is still underwater.
How do you know? Have you had it appraised lately?
Well, no.
Has the coronavirus made your life less financially stable? Are you worried about your next mortgage payment? Reed's Family REI is a family-based real estate investing company ready to buy your house for cash in any area or condition and close in 2 weeks. You don't have to fix it up. There's no agent fees, and we handle the closing costs. Selling a home can be very stressful, and Wyatt Reed and his team at Reed's Family REI will put together the best possible offer for your specific needs. Sell your home fast with Reed's Family REI. 931-292-2875. That's 931-292-2875. And online at reedsfamilyrei.org. Reed's Family REI. Creative real estate experts for all your buying or selling needs.
There's nothing like the peace and serenity that you get while fishing. Invest in the rod you deserve. Old 18 is a veteran-owned company operated by a U.S. Navy SEAL and Top Gun fighter pilot, breaking the mold of the fishing industry. At Old 18, we offer high-quality products with a 25-year master rod builder behind every rod. We offer a no-nonsense, hassle-free warranty we stand in front of so you don't get left behind. Shop old18.com and type in the code BEARD for a 20% discount.
News Talk 770 AM, 92.5 FM, WVNN.
This is Dale Jackson, and you're listening to Boomer and the Beard. Will somebody tell Zach Walker he only has the second best beard on WVNN?
Welcome back to Boomer and the Beard. I am Zach Walker, your big, beautiful, bearded host. So thankful you choose to join us here each and every single day on your best, your favorite, the smartest show in morning radio. Let me tell you guys about our friends over at Purcell Lumber and Millwork. Purcell Lumber and Custom Millwork is the only place we trust when it comes to doing our remodel projects, our Pinterest projects, our you name it. Whether it's Benjamin Moore Paints, DeWalt Tools, they've got it over at Purcell Lumber and Millwork on Clinton Street in Athens. Reach them at 256-232-6320. Sorry, I got the hiccups. That's 232-6320 or online at PurcellLumberandMillshop.com. Anybody else get the hiccups and just frustrate the snot out of you? I think it may be the most frustrating thing in the world. I don't understand why. Do they have a health purpose? Is there a point in hiccups? Like what? Like God was sovereign in doing all of this, and everything has. I don't think anything's arbitrary in His grand design, but I have a hard time understanding what the design for the hiccups was.
I love hiccups. I think they're a lot of fun. Every time I get hiccups, I just go, this is fun. I'm having a great time.
And tell us that
I hate hiccups. Just because I'll be at the bar and I'll be hiccuping.
I'll be at the
everyone
bar.
Will just assume, and they'll think I'm drunk, and I'm not. I'm just having a beer, but they'll just assume that I'm just drunk.
Yeah.
Oh, Hayden.
I can see where people might assume that.
And it has nothing to do with hiccups.
Oh my gosh.
Hayden, you are gold, son. You are just
fantastic.
Gold. Absolutely gold.
I love
Thank
it.
you.
I'm at the bar.
I'm at the bar.
I
I
love
get the
it.
hiccups.
That was like
People think I'm drunk.
Oh my gosh.
Hayden has no idea why it was so funny, but it was. Okay, so back in the line of as we're talking about how we're just literally putting teachers at risk left and right. I want to follow that with a story that'll really get you fired up here. The leaders of the teachers union in Washington State says that white supremacy is actually what fuels the efforts to reopen education.
Oh my gosh. What?
And concerns over the lockdown suicides are merely white privilege.
Are you kidding me?
I'm quoting. This is a direct quote. Scott Wilson, the president of the Pasco Association of Educators, made the comments during a January 12th school board meeting Quote, we must not ignore the culture of white supremacy and white privilege. We have seen it in the Free to Breathe, Reopen Everything, rodeos and rallies, the received county commissioner support. The same county commissioner directs our health bills and said, no one wants remote learning, but it's the right thing to do. We know the equity concerns. Virus transmission is high, heading higher, with so many ignoring and avoiding measures to stop the spread. Remote learning is the right decision. I'm sorry. That was a completely accidental slip, but boy, it was a good one. Wilson also compared the efforts to reopen schools to the attack on the U.S. Capitol.
We have a lot of stupid people in this world.
Yeah, no words. No words.
He later addressed letters to the board from parents calling teachers lazy and demanding the reopening of schools. Quote, they complain their students are suicidal without school or sports. As a father daily surviving the suicide of my son, I find these statements ignorant and another expression of white privilege. Somebody break this down for me. I guess everyone that was worried about their kids being suicidal is white. Like, how does that even tie into white privilege? Connor, sometimes you attempt to navigate some of this stuff for us. Is there any guidance you can give us through this treacherous river channel here?
My best guess is that they are suggesting that the fact that, kids are turning they're having such a rough time with this is because they've been sheltered all their lives, whereas minorities have had to live this regardless.
Sure.
That's kind of where I think they're going with it.
Okay. I mean, that at least, you're not our, we watched the liberal Sherpa session. You're like our millennial Sherpa. Huge death tolls from the pandemic. Sedition. Okay, this is what I don't understand. So let me read this whole quote with the context. They complain their students are suicidal without school or sports. As a father daily surviving the suicide of my son, I find these statements ignorant and another expression of white privilege. Huge daily death tolls from this pandemic, seditious attacks on our capital, plus a new, more transmittable strain of the virus while our case numbers are rising again. So we've managed to tie in white privilege, sedition, the pandemic, and a new strain of the virus all into the same statement, and none of it makes any sense whatsoever.
But you know what that means? We got bingo.
Crazy bingo. Right.
Liberal bingo. Oh.
Liberal bingo.
Connor.
That would be good.
Connor.
Yes.
I need a bingo board created.
Oh, no.
White privilege. Systemic racism. We need to go through all the hot button, and we will play a game of bingo as a show every day, and as the headlines hit them off, we'll have our bingo cards here, and every time you hear that's a really good idea. We need. And
every good liberal bingo card starts with free space.
Yeah.
Oh, and then what we can do is we'll put out bingo cards for our listeners, and they can be playing along.
Yeah,
they can be playing along as we go. You put
would the free space be the sanctuary space?
Yeah.
Oh, that is so good.
Oh, man.
Thankfully, there are some people with common sense in Washington because there was a letter that circulated very quickly that said, after alarming comments made by our president, by the way, he's the president of the teachers union, we can no longer stay silent. This is not a true representation of what we teachers feel as we sacrifice and strive to teach students of all colors, cultures, and backgrounds. So thankfully, somebody was stepped in to say something, but then just to follow that up, the CDC has come out with their research. There's no evidence of increased spread with at traditional learning.
Yeah, I can see that.
You hear that? Hey, you in the back? Researchers at Centers for Disease Control and Prevention discovered as part of a recent study that schools opening with in-person instruction have hardly contributed to any transmission at all of the coronavirus. I've got an idea. Maybe because all of them are young, they're not at risk, they don't carry the virus, and all you've got is teacher-to-teacher spread. Mm-hmm. What?
You know what they've said the number one place where COVID is spread?
Nursing homes.
Nope.
Churches.
Nope.
Religious rallies.
Nope.
Conservative rallies.
Nope.
Oh
Trump's
gosh.
White House.
Where?
Home. So the very place they've been sending us is the place they're saying more people are getting.
Oh, I thought we were playing a guessing game.
No, we
My
can't.
bad.
But yeah,
Sorry.
no, home. So we've sent everybody home, and that's where most people are getting it. That's where most people get most.
Well, it's
viruses
because it's a lot of people are just sitting in their homes and literally not going outside when they can very well go outside, and they're weakening their immune system. They're not being subjected to different things. Like, I mean, of course they're going to get sick. It just
Well, they've come out with a Wallet Hub came out with ranking the states with the fewest COVID-19 restrictions. Which state do you think has the fewest?
Wyoming.
Nope.
Alabama.
Oklahoma.
But
so then you go take that and correlate that with the deaths. You know, number one in deaths is New York, 2 California, 3 Texas, 4 Florida. Which you see, it's all the big population. I mean, they're number one because they're the biggest populated states.
Yeah, and population density. If you go look at like Wyoming and North Dakota and South Dakota and all that, population density has more to do with it than anything, and it has from the very beginning. I think I'm on record as saying that right when we very first started this pandemic. Population and population density are 2 of the biggest factors that no one seems to want to talk about in terms of spreading the virus. But apparently in school traditional learning does little to nothing to spread COVID. 866-494-9866. We want to hear from you. 866-494-WVNN.
You're listening to Hometown Heartbeat.
This is Mike 4 years ago. This is Mike having the same conversation with Debbie just last month. And today, he's at it again.
What's that, Mike?
I said our house is still underwater.
How do you know? Have you had it appraised lately?
Well, no.
Has the coronavirus made your life less financially stable? Are you worried about your next mortgage payment? Reed's Family REI is a family-based real estate investing company ready to buy your house for cash in any area or condition and close in 2 weeks. You don't have to fix it up. There's no agent fees, and we handle the closing costs. Selling a home can be very stressful, and Wyatt Reed and his team at Reed's Family REI will put together the best possible offer for your specific needs. Sell your home fast with Reed's Family REI. 931-292-2875. That's 931-292-2875. And online at reedsfamilyrei.org. Reed's Family REI. Creative real estate experts for all your buying or selling needs.
In any home, cabinets are an instrumental part of your design. So, when you open your current cabinets, what instrument do they play? Wouldn't you rather they sounded like this? They can. It just takes one call to us.
Cabinet Express Online, North Alabama's premier cabinet supplier. Whether you want a complete custom kitchen or some of our RTA line, at Cabinet Express Online, you will get the most value out of your hard-earned money every time. Are you looking for framed or frameless? Either way, in no time at all, your dream kitchen can be a reality. And the only place you should trust to bring that dream to life is Cabinet Express Online. Schedule your free design consultation today with Cabinet Express Online. Call 256-289-7355. That's 289-7355. And online at CabinetExpressOnline.com. Design your custom kitchen today with Cabinet Express Online.
Hello, I'm Mike Lindell, the inventor of MyPillow, and like all of you out there, I had problems sleeping. Pillows would go flat, I would flip-flop all night long, I would wake up with a sore neck, maybe a headache, or feel like I needed a nap even though I slept 8 hours. When I invented MyPillow, I wanted it to where you could move the patented fill to give you the exact support you need as an individual, regardless of sleep position. MyPillow will get you into that deep sleep faster, and you will stay there longer. It's not about how much time we spend in bed. It's about how much of that quality sleep we get. I do all of my own manufacturing right here in the United States. I have a 10-year warranty. You can wash and dry MyPillow, and I give you a 60-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to lose. And here's my best offer ever.
Buy one MyPillow, get one MyPillow free. Call 800-889-7318 or go to MyPillow.com. Click on radio specials and use code BEARD at checkout.
770 AM, 92.5 FM, WVNN. Depend on it.
This is Hayden, and you're listening to the Boomer and the Beard.
and my dad's weird.
Welcome back to Boomer and the Beard. I am Zach Walker, your big, beautiful, bearded portion of this tandem, this duo, this group here. We are so thankful you join us here each and every morning for your favorite, the best, the smartest show in morning radio. We wouldn't be able to do this show without our great sponsors, and Simple Helix is a fantastic sponsor of the show.
Give Simple Helix a call today, 256 975
Throw it at 'em quick.
4758. That's the number. If you need help with your IT department, if you have one, you
IT.
need just a little bit of help, you can get that. If you
Help.
don't have one, they can help you out with that as well. 256 975 4758. They are a Microsoft Gold partner, so they can help you find out what's going on with your Microsoft environment. If you do not have Office 365, you need to. So definitely a more efficient way to do your business. Give them a call today, 256-975-4758.
Speaking of Biden's first 100 days, you know what we can no longer say? China virus.
Oh, gosh. He's taking
He's
that out.
officially banned the term China virus.
That and freedom.
Yeah, right? Exactly.
In the meantime, your ability to poop when you want to, pee when you want to, all that's all gone. Your freedom gone, completely gone. 866-494-9866. How many of you like living in communist Russia? We're headed to the red China, folks. But hey, it's no big deal. Liberty's only something that we thought we enjoyed. There's a lot of people that are really not enjoying what they're seeing, though. I know that. There's a lot of – I saw more of that yesterday after we talked about it. And there are a tremendous amount of people right now that are really, really unhappy with their vote. Shocker. How about that?
So surprising.
President Joe Biden has reacted to Republican Rep. Chip Roy of Texas telling him to kiss my ass over the president's federal mask mandate, calling the congressman's remark not very American. Apparently, the Congress told him he could kiss him where the sun don't shine.
All right.
Biden floated the implementation of a nationwide mask mandate months before the election and reiterated his vow before taking office. Last month, Biden promised on Twitter on day one, I'll sign an executive order to require masks everywhere I can. Roy responded, on day one, I'll tell you to kiss my ass.
Oh. Alrighty then.
So we did just hear a quote here that the vaccinations will do nothing. Masks is all we can do.
Yes, that's exactly what we
was from Joe Biden.
It was.
Mm-hmm. Joe Biden thinks that was from Joe Biden. He's not sure, but
didn't he also say that if he was in charge, he would cure cancer and the coronavirus all in one fair thing? And it's kind of something he promised that he would.
I'm sorry?
Yeah, he said he would cure cancer. He would cure the coronavirus.
Did that, Connor? Fact check that.
He did.
Did Joe Biden really say he would cure cancer?
Yes. Oh my gosh.
There's no way.
He did.
He's not that stupid.
He said it.
There's
just
no
keep
way.
talking until I can find it.
Well, no, I was trying to hit my hot button here, and it just wouldn't. I don't know what I'm going to have to say.
But I mean, the whole thing was that Trump was doing a horrible job, and that if he was in charge, he would be able to do it. Now he's coming out saying it'll be several months. We've even heard him say, possibly like into like August, September, October. So
I just
what
can't.
gives? Like,
I'm Donald Trump, and I approve this message.
How about that? You missed that yet? You
I
missed that?
wonder how sick everybody is like that's working around Biden, who has this so-called plan of taking him out sooner or later. Like, I wonder if
What plan are you talking about?
if they're getting a little bit antsy and being like, we got to hurry up and get this guy out of here. Like, he's got to go.
Is that a Q thing? Or?
No, it's just we all know he's got dementia. It's just a matter of time before
I mean, I think we all know he's got some
Mama takes over.
Cognitive disabilities, but are you suggesting that there's a plot on the president's life?
Oh my word.
I'm just asking.
It is just it's so evident. It's not even funny. Like, they used him as a pawn in their game. And I wonder how they are. Like, I wonder, like, in those little backroom conferences, he was just really messing up yesterday. He even asked what he was signing. Like, we told him, don't ask questions. Like they've got to be.
Is that how you think it goes?
Oh, heck yeah. Heck yeah.
When are they going to take him out?
I don't know. I'm going to say by November.
Who's going to do it?
I don't know.
How are they going to do it?
I don't know.
Is it going to be like
I think it's going to be the Clintons. They're going to kill him, and then it's going to be done.
I hope it's Steve from Maury Povich. Or Jerry Springer.
Yes.
Hey, here we go. Ready?
Yes.
From CNN. Where do I get now? Hold on.
The fight against cancer. Let me play this for everyone.
I promise you, if I'm elected president, you're going to see the single most important thing that changes in America is we're going to cure cancer.
Now, Congressman, I know.
So there you go.
That's why I don't read the newspaper. Because it's garbage.
Ain't that the truth?
That let it come out is garbage.
Oh, man.
Folks, that was from CNN. I'm not trying to.
He's going to cure cancer.
There you go, Joe.
Wow.
Sandee, you think they're going to use cancer to take him out?
No, not at all, because he's going to cure it.
God, if he gets cancer, you're going to be in so much trouble.
I'm not going to be in trouble. If he gets cancer, Kamala gave it to him.
You wished it on him.
No.
Kama mama.
That's racist. You can't say that.
Yeah, that's right.
You have a Joe Biden voodoo doll.
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
Paganism at its finest.
It's a Jeff Dunham puppet.
Yeah.
It's called Walter.
It is called Walter, yeah.
So, speaking of, oh gosh, I'm so glad I didn't say what I was about to say. That, that fear you have of me saying something. That I was about to do it.
Yeah,
I was about to do it, but I pulled it back. It's called wisdom.
Yeah.
Speaking of, in Thailand, there's news out of Thailand today. Animal rights advocates. So Target is the latest in a string of cancel culture moves. Okay.
Ooh, Target.
Now, as if Target's any bastion of conservatism, they were the ones that bent to the bathroom rules, right? Mm-hmm. Target's where you don't that's where you hide your kids, you hide your wife,
right?
Because that's where I'm gonna hurt your feelings if you come out the Target bathroom with my wife and you're a grown dude. I'm gonna whoop that A. But stop coconut industry monkey abuse.
I'm sorry, what?
Look at these pictures.
Coconut.
There's protesters wearing prison uniforms, monkey face masks, and chains around their neck. Target finally yields to PETA pressure. Joins waves of stores dropping coconut milk made from, you can't make this crap up, forced monkey labor.
I wouldn't climb those damn trees to get those coconuts.
I'd like to talk about this for a moment.
Quit monkeying around.
I'd like to talk about
You expect us to seriously talk about that?
Yes, I do. How exactly, when they say forced monkey labor, are they talking about like they chain them to a workbench and make them crack coconuts?
Oh
or
my
like
gosh.
what?
They're just going to pick up their poop and throw it at them. Try to chain me again. Boom.
Is balm the noise poop makes when it hits you in the face? Balm.
Yes.
Okay. Hayden, what do you got, buddy? You're leaning into that microphone like you had something to say.
I mean, that's crazy. What? So they make these monkeys go up there, get the coconuts. Is that what this is?
And bring them down.
Well, we're not sure. So here we go. Animal rights advocates celebrated Monday following retail giant Target's announcement that it would no longer sell coconut milk from a supplier that uses forced monkey labor.
Forced?
To pick coconuts from trees. So, yes.
Brilliant. Like who? I'm seriously.
Cheoko, a supplier in Thailand, that the people for ethical treatment of animals has repeatedly accused of using monkeys as forced labor to pay. According to the paper, Target said it had actually made the decision last November in the wake of reports that Costco had caved to PETA's demands to drop charcoal product. We believe in the humane treatment of animals and expect those who do business with us to do the same. We take this. I can't even make it through it. We take seriously the claims made against charcoal, and given they were unable to sufficiently address the concerns raised. Well, I mean, what does that mean? You give the monkeys a choice? Do you want to do what you do in nature or not? How do you force a monkey to climb a tree and get a coconut? You can train a monkey. Is that forced? Do I force my dog to sit? No, he just knows if he doesn't sit, he doesn't get food.
Yeah,
oh, man.
Who likes coconut milk anyway? That's my thing. You don't.
Of course she does.
I do.
No shocker there.
I love coconut milk and almond milk because I can't drink the regular milk.
Yeah.
You ever thought about how you go about milking almonds?
Or coconuts.
Well, coconuts makes more sense than almonds. You can't. I mean, there's no udders on almonds. You can't.
No, but you press them.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and then what?
That's why it's thicker.
Oh. See? Look at that.
Why hasn't PETA gone after the dog, the monkey that rides the dog in the... Remember that?
Or the squirrel that jet skis or skis or whatever. Yeah.
We would have never been to space, folks, if PETA was in charge.
No.
Because that one monkey would never happen.
It almost didn't happen back then. Yeah. It's just forced monkey labor. You're listening to Boomer and the Beard, where we don't force animals to do our job. We climb the trees ourselves. We'll be right back.
You're listening to Hometown Heartbeat. This is News Talk 770 AM, 92.5 FM, WVNN. News starts now.
President Biden trying to fix the vaccine supply issue, rolling out a plan that his administration says will inoculate 300 million Americans by the end of summer.
The biggest problem, I hope you're all asking me by the end of the summer, that you have too much vaccine left over. You have too much equipment left over.
He says once they started taking a look at it, they found the vaccine program in much worse shape than they had been led to believe. 45 Republican senators agreeing with Senator Rand Paul that the impeachment trial against President Trump they don't think is constitutional because the president's no longer in office. The Democrats don't agree. They say it's all about accountability for what happened. 80-year-old Senator Patrick Leahy, the oldest in the Senate, taken to the hospital yesterday after swearing in the senators who will serve as jurors in the trial. Doctors checked him out. He was discharged last night. Cleanup efforts underway after that deadly tornado hit a suburb of Birmingham, Alabama this week. A teenager was killed when a tree fell on his family's home. I'm Sherry Preston, ABC News.
Are you tired? You suffer from chronic fatigue, neuropathy, or joint pain? Call Madison Integrative Medicine. Our amazing staff will provide an individualized patient experience focused on your overall health to treat the cause, not just the problem. Utilizing both traditional and natural medicine. Don't let the symptoms become overwhelming. Treat them preventatively with Madison Integrative Medicine on Slaughter Road in Madison. Call 256-325-0955. That's 325-0955.
Karen's a quilter.
Karen's Quality Quilts. Quality custom quilts quickly.
How's the quilting business, Karen?
Kind of quiet. My quest to quadruple my quilting sales has created a quagmire.
Can I be candid, Karen?
Okay.
You need a website that can encompass the quality of your quilts.
I know quilts, but I know no computers. They're confusing.
But there are people who know coding like you know quilting.
Who's that?
I'm glad you asked. Web Underdog creates websites that don't just catch the eye, they catch customers. And they're as user-friendly for you as they are for your clients. We build high-quality, clean, well-coded, custom designs for organizations of all sizes that are affordable, professional, and specially made for your brand and visitors. Outside of responsive web design, Web Underdog also offers search engine optimization, website management, and so much more. Give your business the professional touch and contact Web Underdog for a free web design quote. Call 256-998-0667. That's 998-0667 and online at webunderdog.com. Web Underdog, your local web design and SEO agency.
You go as hard as you can. And then a little harder.
And then it was like I stepped funny, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And I could barely walk on it.
Okay.
Let's take a look.
At Lang Chiropractic, we'll help your sports performance and your overall health by improving your range of motion, flexibility, relieving inflammation, and so much more. Focusing to improve your health and wellness in all areas of your life. Whether you're having trouble with back pain, neck pain, or just want to start feeling better when you wake up in the morning, Dr. David Lang is focused on a whole person approach, finding those underlying causes and creating a personalized plan for your individual needs. Schedule your visit by calling 256-444-1600. That's 444-1600 at Lang Chiropractic on Highway 72 East in Athens in the Publix Shopping Center. Visit us online at langchiropracticcenter.com. Lang Chiropractic, we've got your back. Come see us today.
New York Governor Andrew Cuomo worried about the Big Apple, starting to dawn on the guy that economic pain is coming to Manhattan. I warned these people about this months ago. I warned them about it, folks. Cuomo told reporters that the longer people work from home, the less likely they'll want to work in the city when the shutdown's over. And he's worried that rich taxpayers who left may never return. I told him this was going to happen. Cuomo said that politicians in the old days said people would depart Manhattan if taxes went up or if the quality of life deteriorated. Well, now they're gone, but it's all because of COVID, Cuomo said, not his stupid policies, which is true. He didn't mention the skyrocketing crime rate, though, the rioting, the looting, general mayhem Democrats have unleashed, i.e. his policies. He's right to be afraid, though. In June, tax collections, New York City dropped 46%. State controller says New York hasn't seen this kind of economic decline since the Great Depression. Well, guess what, Governor? You have more to worry about than people working for home or the wealthy leaving. Corporations have figured out that they don't have to be in congested urban areas to do business anymore. They, too, may never come back to the liberal hellhole that you and your fellow Democrats created in New York. So good luck with all of it, Governor. Let us know how you make out. And by the way, folks, I have an idea. Cancel all sports. Cancel the games, NBA, NFL, Major League Baseball, but let the players kneel. Just have the players kneel, and let's see what kind of audience that gets. For many Americans, their top New Year's resolution is to save more money. One way to accomplish that, switch your cell phone service to Pure Talk. When you and your family make the switch from AT&T or Verizon or T-Mobile to Pure Talk, you could save more than $800 a year. And you don't have to sacrifice coverage in making the move. Pure Talk is on the same network as one of those big carriers at just half the cost. Get unlimited talk, text, and 6 gigs of data for just $30 a month. And if you go over on data usage, they do not charge you for it. Grab your mobile phone, dial pound 250 and say Pure Talk. When you do, you'll save 50% off your first month. Again, dial pound 250 and say the keyword Pure Talk. Pure Talk is simply smarter wireless, and you'll have the option to receive a one-time
770 AM, 92.5 FM, WVNN. Depend on it.
In the 80s, we used to shock monkeys.
Shock the monkey!
Yeah. We did.
Shock the monkey! Is this a real song?
Yeah, Peter Gabriel.
Yeah, it is.
It's called Shock the Monkey.
Heck yeah.
Connor, did you know there was a song entitled Shock the Monkey?
I didn't know that brass was conductive.
Yeah, brass monkey, right?
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Let's shock the monkeys back when we
Your
trained
jokes-
monkeys just to collect almonds.
Connor's jokes are they're a little more intellectual than I would
You have to
like.
think a
And
little
sometimes I have to think, and it's hard this early in the morning. So we had a comment come in over the break. The only reason people we call it almond juice or almond milk is people won't drink nut juice.
Right.
That's,
Listener Bo, thank you for that.
Thank you, Bo.
Nugget of information.
Who wants some nut juice? No, but I'll take some almond milk.
I'm pretty sure there's some people that would drink nut juice.
Easy.
But not like, I mean, it would be more
Easy.
crazy, not
easy.
a bad connotation.
But by the same token, isn't coffee just
bean juice?
Bean water?
Thank
Bean
you.
waters? Tea
My
is
husband
just
calls it
water?
poo juice.
And you know it's good when you tell the joke and you're the only one hysterically laughing at your own joke.
I think it's hysterical.
I think coffee is I could say poo would be a.
Look, I don't
too.
love coffee either. We've talked about it on the show once. If we talked about it once, we've talked about it 1,000 times. Coffee is it's like beer. Like nobody ever picks up a cup of black coffee, takes a sip of it, and goes, that is the nectar of the gods. Yeah. That we love coffee. It's an acquired taste. You drink it for what it provides you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not. Certain things are like that. Yeah. Maybe that's how nut juice is.
I drink it. I drink coffee, but I drink decaf, and I flavor it up. I flavor it up because I do. I like.
You just
the
like
taste.
hot water with sugar in it?
No, I don't put sugar in it.
You flavor it.
Yeah, with
you like hot flavored water,
unsweetened stuff. And it's really good.
Yeah,
it's really
decaffeinated
good.
coffee's like Sprite. Like there's no caffeine and no sugar. What's the point? Like if you're gonna drink coffee, you gotta do. Yeah, you gotta do the bubbles.
The bubbles.
Hayden, you're trying to get our attention, buddy. What's going on? Hayden?
Am I trying to get your attention?
Yeah, you were like waving at the camera.
Oh no, I was talking to.
Talking to Will. That was
we got a call coming in.
Yeah, no, I see that. We got the board here. We see. Thank you though. Yeah. But now that we're there, we might as well go talk to Wayne. 866-494-9866. 866-494-WVNN. Maybe you like nut juice or you've got a different spin on coffee. We'd love to hear from you. Wayne on line 1. What do you got for us, Wayne? Wayne. Hello, Wayne. I don't hear Wayne.
Maybe it's Hayden's first caller.
Did Will not show you how to do callers? Will Hampson. Good gracious. Okay, not Wayne.
Hey,
there he is.
There he is.
Oh, hey, okay, so the chimp thing was all a big misunderstanding. So the person who typed the memo actually made a typographical error. It was supposed to say, we need a few chumps. Take these coconuts. All right. The second thing is I want to do, for all these crazy things that the government's trying to do, we want to have the Jeff Foxworthy Commission. So anytime something stupid comes up, like men peeing in the women's bathroom, they call up Jeff Foxworthy, they go to a fifth grade class, and they do a vote, and basically, they'll say, okay, here's the thing. Do you think your mom should pee with Johnny's dad? And if they come back and say no, it's failed. And then $5,000 off of each senator's pay goes back to the government.
It's like, yeah, you know what? That's not a bad idea. If we made it like a challenge in football, if you throw the red flag and you're wrong, you lose a timeout. So if you bring a stupid rule to the table and you're wrong, you lose $5,000. Of course, they don't care because China gave them 50. But
yeah, I mean they'll just call China.
The other thing on the vaccine, I work in healthcare, so the other thing about vaccine is Kamala actually did probably the biggest damage to the vaccine because she, during all of the political campaign and everything, was saying it was too fast, it was not a valid vaccine, she wasn't going to take it, and more 20-somethings don't take the vaccine based on that misinformation, and they fact check that.
So let me ask you, Wayne, you say you're in healthcare. I'll ask you, you don't have to tell us if you don't want, but are you physician, nurse? I mean, what role do you play in the healthcare system?
Nurse.
Okay, so
frontline nurse.
This RNA vaccine, the part that scares me is the RNA part. The fact that it is a from all that I can understand. And look, I'm just a redneck from Limestone County, but from all I can understand, it's a resequencing of an RNA whatever. And so there's a lot of this that like they've tried. This is the first time in history we've used this process to create a vaccine. And I tell people, like, I don't even upgrade my phone's software to the first version of a new set of software. Why in the world would I trust the very first ever RNA vaccine that was developed in 12 months or less to not carry with it some inherent risk when I'm a 33-year-old otherwise healthy male with very little risk? I mean, when we had coronavirus run through the studio, Sandee was sick for like a day and a half. I was like sick for a day and a half, and it was over for us. And so I just don't, help me understand that. Maybe I'm wrong.
Well, so I'm not the expert on this, but what I went by was a lot of the physicians that I work with, every one of them took the vaccine.
Sure.
So they did their due diligence, and I asked questions to them and felt comfortable at that point in time. And so I believe it's probably the right thing to do. You know, based on the physicians that I work with and their expertise.
Well, thanks for the call, Wayne, and that's what's important. The reality is everybody has to do their own due diligence, make their own decision, and it seemed like it was the right thing to do for Wayne, and so I'm glad that Wayne had access to that. And the beauty of this country, for now anyways, is you still have the right to say, yeah, that's right for me, or no, that's not right for me. And so it is a novel concept. Hayden, let's go ahead and put Stan from line 3 on. Can we we lost Hayden. It's can we get Stan from line 3 on there, big guy? Stan.
Hello. Yeah, hello.
What do you got?
Are you there?
Yeah, what do you got for us, big guy?
Dan.
It's Dan.
Oh, Dan, not Stan.
That's all right. My uncle is Stan. His name was Stan, my uncle, so it's cool.
We'll go with Hey You.
Oh, Hey You. Okay, there you go. A couple things. You just touched on the virus and the vaccines and everything. I've not got it yet. I really don't plan on getting it. I mean, I stay pretty active. I exercise. I eat well and take good care of myself, and I keep my distance, and I do wash my hands. I do a lot of things. Now, it doesn't say I'm going to get it, but I don't really get sick much at all. Except for the surgery, but that would need to be done. But let's move on to the thing with Joe. Now, see, he promises the Democrats will promise you the world, and then they get in and they don't deliver, and they do the complete opposite. And also, if they do complete what they say they're going to do for you, it's pretty much coming out of your pocket because you're going to pay for it. So if they're not giving you anything, they like to spend our money. Agreed?
Yeah, or just create new money, but yeah.
Well, there you go. So there's a one-on-one lesson how things happen when they get in office.
Thank you, Dan, for the call. Let's go to line 4 where we have Patrick joining us on 866-494-WVNN. Patrick, what do you got for us? Thank you, Patrick.
He has nothing.
Patrick
for
has
us.
nothing. Okay, let's go to a break. If you want to join us, Hayden, son, let's go to a break.
The struggle is real.
We're going to go to a break. If you want to join us and you've got more to give us than a dial tone, 866-494-9866. Boomer and the Beard will be right back.
You're listening to Hometown Heartbeat.
Where is your haircut gone? We know you don't get out as much. You don't drive by your regular sport clips and pop in for that MVP haircut experience that is so much more than a haircut. But isn't it worth getting out for? For that legendary hot steam towel for your face, massaging shampoo that makes you melt into your seat. Oh man, you remember that, right? We found your haircut. It's right where you left it. Sport Clips. It's good to be a guy.
My great-great-aunt Bertha May had certain words she would not let us say at the dinner table. Nowadays, if you're a government contractor, CMMC is one of those words. Cybersecurity Maturity Model Certification. It's where you've got to be in the DoD world if you want to bid and win government contracts. 256-975-4758. My friends at Simple Helix, look, they're not afraid, and they can show you a cost-effective path to becoming CMMC compliant. What that means, they're going to help you navigate the process. They're going to make a plan, and they're going to get you to those big government contracts you need. Give my friends at Simple Helix a call today at 256-975-4758. That's 975-4758. Tell them the Beard sent you.
What's better than pizza? That's right, nothing. Well, maybe except for the many ways you can eat it.
I like thinner crust. Oh, and with a side of ranch.
I'll take mine with a pretty crazy assortment of toppings. Thousands. With a side of wings. Hot ones.
Pizza. It's a beautiful thing and found all over the world. But for your slice of the pie here locally, you want to try Donato's Pizza in Madison. Enjoy our famous pizzas loaded with edge-to-edge toppings, 100 slices of pepperoni, the family recipe sausage, fresh hand-cut veggies, and premium cheeses like our aged smoked provolone. You'll notice the Donato's difference. But why stop there? We also offer subs, calzones, wings, and desserts. Don't keep eating those same old leftovers. Make tonight a Donato's night with Donato's Pizza on on Madison Boulevard in Madison. Call 256-772-6789. That's 772-6789. And online at Donatos.com. Donatos Pizza, where every piece is important.
Stay informed and entertained all day long. Only on WVNN.
This is Dale Jackson, and you're listening to Boomer and the Beard, the show that survives on your low expectation.
Welcome back to Boomer and the Beard. I am Zach Walker, your big, beautiful, bearded host. I'm so thankful that you choose to join us here each and every day. I'm also thankful for bed music that never turns down because I can't get the right slider. We're rocking and rolling here and just fired up to have you. It sounds like maybe we do have Patrick on the line now. 866-494-9866 if you want to join us. 866-494-WVNN if you'd like to give us a call. We'd love to hear from you this morning, whether it's nut butter, nut milk, whatever it's called, nut juice, that's it, monkeys climbing trees to get coconuts, or the pandemic. We pretty much cover a wide spectrum here on this show. Patrick, line 3, what do you got for me?
You don't say.
Wow.
Patrick. Hayden. Somebody.
I don't think we have it.
Are we even on the radio?
Bueller.
Connor, we're connected.
Yeah, that's on me. Sorry, guys. I'm learning the phones over here, and
yeah,
I think he's going to call back. This is my first day getting calls, so I'm working on it.
That is true. That's tough. You know, the United Kingdom has come up.
Just as bright and just as talented as white kids.
The United Kingdom has come out with a nasal spray that the University of Birmingham, United Kingdom, they have a nasal spray that you can take to prevent COVID.
Oh.
You have to do it 4 times a day, and it lasts for 2 days. Would you do that?
Yeah, sure. Whatever. I'd love putting random stuff up my nose.
Yeah.
No! Of course not. Are you kidding me?
Just 10 years from now, I'll be like, people in the United Kingdom have nasal hairs have disappeared. And
I've got mad respect for Wayne and his choice to take the vaccine, and if that's what he feels like is right for him, I have absolutely no problem with that.
Sure.
But like I said, I mean, I am not. Look, if I was at risk, I would take the vaccine in a heartbeat. Because I've seen people die from this pandemic that had no business dying. So I know it's a real disease, and I know that it really does affect people differently, and I know that it can kill you. Mm-hmm. In the same way that if you get a bad version of pneumonia or a bad version of the flu or whatever, it can all kill you. So I'm not taking away from that. If I was at risk, I would or if I was a frontline worker or whatever, that's fine. But for me, I'm not updating my phone to the first firmware edition, and I'm not getting the first RNA vaccine. That's just the way I roll.
Well, there's so much information. The World Health Organization came out and put a halt on pregnant women taking the Moderna virus. Pregnant women taking the Moderna virus. They came out. The WHO had said that while pregnancy puts women at a higher risk of severe COVID, they have not currently got enough data back to say whether or not it's safe for the pregnant woman to take it. So it's like that's the problem. Like if they were to be able to come out and definitively say you're good, but now you get stuff like this, or you get other people, that's where I don't know. I'm kind of like with you. My COVID came into my house but didn't get me. So knock on wood. But I'm doing the safe thing. I'm doing all I can, but I don't think I would take I don't even take the flu vaccine. So I don't think I'm.
Yeah,
I don't take the flu vaccine.
Again,
either.
For Wayne, good for you, buddy, and I'm proud of you, and I'm happy
thank
for
you for working on the front lines.
Thank you for doing what you do. You're great. But for me, okay. Today, January the 27th, not many options on our national days, but we National Chocolate Cake Day.
Yay!
Not mad at that one at all. Library Shelfie Day. What does that even mean?
Take a picture in the library, I guess.
Or take a picture of yourself with, like, in front of books.
The fourth Wednesday in January offers a unique opportunity for book lovers on Library Shelfie Day. Some collectors of book tend to arrange their collections so their spines can be admired pleasantly.
I don't know that I would call that a unique opportunity for the fourth Wednesday of January. I think that's that's just something you can generally do whenever.
However, our books are organized on the shelf. They are meant to be photographed and shared on social media.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Library.
Only on the fourth Wednesday. Well, you know,
yeah.
that's the only
The
time I
fourth
have to see
Wednesday.
books okay, fine.
The fourth Wednesday.
Wednesday, yeah.
Let's don't read books. Let's just take pictures with them. We'll be smarter.
Or if you're Sandee, you go.
Exactly. Yes. You got to smell that book. Smell that book. Yes. Yes.
Connor coming in with the heat.
Good.
Smell it really good.
It's terrible. She has beautiful eyes. And her hair smells like cinnamon.
Here we go.
Oh man, that's so good. So it sounds like we lost Patrick. I'm sorry, buddy. We apologize to you for dropping the call like that. We certainly would love to hear from you. So maybe you could give us a call back. We are, look, at the end of the day, we on this show try to operate with a modicum of common sense. And while that is certainly something that is rare in today's day and age in society, we feel like it's a pretty solid way. And ultimately, our goal on this show, one of the many goals that we have on the show, one, point you to Jesus Christ is most important, and two, teach you a little common sense. Math is not relative. Statistics and facts are pretty straightforward. And so if you follow the science and follow the math, it paints a pretty clear picture. And so we just try to follow that clear picture. There's nothing proprietary or extra special. We do eat mint chocolate chip ice cream for breakfast. Maybe that has, I say we, like me, maybe that has something to do with our elevated brain activity levels. But ultimately, we're just straightforward, pretty common sense people, like Pamela Anderson. She, for the first time in a long time, dropped her first common sense thing because I don't agree with anything that Pamela does or says. But yesterday, Pamela dropped a common sense bomb.
What, that she's never been with Tommy Lee?
Yeah, right? Exactly.
That video changed the world. I'm just saying. Pamela Anderson, model, actress, animal rights activist, and surgery advocate, says they didn't say that. I made that last part up. Says she's breaking up with social media for good. Baywatch fans everywhere said, no. Anderson said Tuesday she's finally giving up her platforms because, quote, she's too concerned that big tech is set to control everything, including people's minds. And, social media is, totally bent on, totally controlling and then the Iraq and your mind.
I love the use of the word finally in that article. Like, we've all just been sitting here waiting on her to give up social media.
Yeah.
Long last.
In a Tuesday Instagram post, Anderson wrote, "This will be my last post on Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook. I've never been interested in social media, and now that I'm settled into the life I'm genuinely inspired by reading and being in nature, I am free."
That's what most irrelevant people say.
Look, she keeps her clothes on. She's less relevant. Okay, that's the bottom line. Pamela Anderson doesn't have much of a platform with her clothes on. Just being honest, she did that to herself. She did that to herself. She had the opportunity to be in it, and show intellect and show sophistication, and she marketed herself with nudity and with lewdness. And so ultimately, we have a lot of this in our culture where we have men and women alike that want to use the sexualization of their bodies, their likeness, to create a platform, and then wonder why people don't care when they're no longer part of that platform. Well, for one, you built your entire platform on not wearing clothing.
Yeah.
And as soon as you try to go into this world of now I'm an intellect, it's I'm sorry, what? And we wonder why we have objectification issues in this country.
Right.
Like we wonder why. And so look, I hope that she finds that happiness and that freedom that she is talking about. And but look, these are the pictures that what? That's pretty normal.
No.
That's pretty normal. That happens on a semi-regular basis for those of you that are watching the live stream. But in 2020, she was a creative director of a new social platform called Jasmine. That obviously didn't turn out well. So, literally, earlier in 2020, she was trying to create revenue off of social media.
Yeah.
And now in 2021, she finds out she's irrelevant. Now it's time to let it go.
It'd be like me saying, hey, I deactivated my Twitter account.
Or be like saying I'm done with Rogaine.
I had 15 followers. It wasn't relevant. Rogaine. I don't need Rogaine.
Man.
You don't even have to shave your head, do you?
I do.
It just stays bald?
Yeah, and I'll shave it.
How often? Like once a week?
Every other day, probably.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I want to be like you when I grow up.
It's going to take you a long time.
I know. I got some pounds to go.
To lose, you mean?
Yeah. I hear you. But no, yeah. So there it is. Hayden, how do you feel about your third day, buddy?
Feeling okay. Feel terrible about dropping those calls, but
it's okay. Not your best effort, but it's okay. It's okay. It's
it
part
happened
of
to me
it.
before too.
I
it's
will
okay.
get it.
No, there's no doubt about that, Hayden. You will persevere and you will overcome. This has been a Boomer and Beard Wednesday morning edition. We'll see you guys bright and early tomorrow morning. Dale Jackson next at 7 o'clock. We love you. Have a great day.